2025 wasn't just a good year for anime, it changed the game. Some shows shocked us, some moved us, and a few quietly became the most talked about series of the year. But which ones truly defined 2025? Today, we're counting down the top 10 best anime of 2025, and trust me, you won't agree with every choice. This list isn't about hype cycles or weekly trends, it's about impact, execution, and shows that actually delivered. Some picks will feel obvious, some will challenge everything you thought about anime this year. Let's kick off this list with a show that proved intelligence can be just as gripping as action, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. In a year full of explosions and power-ups, this show stood out by being smart. Mao doesn't win with strength, she wins by observing, thinking, and exposing lies. Every conversation feels like a chess match, and every mystery rewards attention. It's calm, sharp, beautifully animated, and surprisingly tense. A slow burn, but incredibly satisfying. And at number 9, we have absolute peak comedy, a show that had me laughing non-stop, Grand Blue Season 2. In a year packed with epic battles and emotional dramas, Grand Blue reminded us how powerful pure laughter can be. No deep themes, no emotional damage, just perfectly timed, character-driven chaos that escalates into absolute madness. It doubled down on everything that made it great. In a heavy year, this show was pure relief. After all that chaos and laughter, number 8 slows things down, but in the most unsettling way possible. Lord of Mysteries. This isn't your typical anime. It's a slow burn mix of Victorian mystery, steampunk, and cosmic horror. It doesn't give you easy answers, it makes you earn them. The atmosphere is so heavy you can feel it. If you're patient and let the world build at its own pace, the payoff is one of the most rewarding experiences of the year. And that Season 1 cliffhanger? It flips everything you thought you understood and leaves you staring at the screen, desperate to see what happens next. Cracking the top 7, we have one of the most talked about action anime of the year, Kaiju No. 8 Season 2. Kaiju No. 8 delivered both hype and heart. With its second season, the action-packed series came roaring back with 11 intense episodes. The action hits hard, the stakes feel real, and Kafka's internal struggle adds weight to every battle. This season didn't just look good, it felt dangerous. It's not the deepest anime of the year, but it's one of the most consistently entertaining, and Production IG absolutely cooked this season. Number 6 is where this list completely loses its sanity in the best way. Dandadan Season 2. If 2025 had a breakout anime that perfectly blended heart, humor, and high-octane supernatural chaos, it was Dandadan. Season 2 became one of the year's most celebrated series, praised for its stunning animation by Science Saru, emotional depth, and flawless mix of romance, action, and comedy. Aliens, ghosts, psychic powers, romance, and comedy all thrown together without restraint, and somehow it works. But what really carries the show isn't the chaos, it's the heart. Momo and Okarun's relationship feels genuine in the middle of absolute madness. Visually bold, emotionally sincere, and completely unpredictable. Nothing else this year felt like Dandadan. Now we're officially in the top 5, and this is where the scale of the stories completely changes. At number 5 is a legendary series that finally went all out, Fire Force Season 3. Fire Force didn't just raise the stakes, it blew the ceiling off. The sound design alone is unreal, and the story finally reaches its full scale. Episode 12 stood out, delivering massive revelations and a cliffhanger that left fans on the edge of their seats. This season wasn't about fighting fires anymore, it was about gods, destiny, and the end of the world. David Production treated this like a passion project, and every frame shows it. At number 4 is a series most people still aren't watching, but absolutely should be. Kingdom Season 6. If you're still judging Kingdom by Season 1, it's time to stop. Forget the old CGI, we've long since entered a new era. This is the most consistent war anime ever made. Every battle feels heavy, every decision costs lives. From the grand scale of war to the quiet moments between soldiers, it all matters. This isn't just action, it's history in motion, and it's legendary. Okay, here's where I know some of you are going to disagree. Number 3, Solo Leveling Season 2. I know. Why isn't this number 1? Look, strictly as a power fantasy, it's untouchable. Jinwoo flexing on everyone is endlessly satisfying, and the animation and music were flawless. It is the ultimate hype show. But the next 2 entries just hit me harder on an emotional level. Make no mistake, Solo Leveling ran the internet this year. It swept the 2025 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, winning Anime of the Year, Best Action, Best Score, and Best Main Character. It wasn't just popular, it was dominant. A cultural moment, the definition of a modern anime phenomenon. Number 2 is a very different kind of anime, a 6-episode masterpiece that hit harder than I expected. Takopi's Original Sin. Do not let the art style fool you. This is not a happy show, it's a masterclass in psychological horror and trauma. Placing a naive, happy alien into a brutally realistic human situation creates a tension that leaves you emotionally raw and hollow. It tackles subjects most anime are too scared to touch: bullying, neglect, depression, and child suicide, not for shock value, but with haunting sincerity. It doesn't have the action of Solo Leveling, but its brilliance lies in how it turns innocence into tragedy, forcing us to ask, what if trying to help someone only breaks them further? That raw emotional weight is why it's number 2. Before we get to the absolute best anime of 2025, we have to mention the honorable ones that just barely missed the cut. This year was absolutely stacked. Sakamoto Days. If this list was about action choreography, Sakamoto Days would be in top 5. Stylish, inventive fights with perfect comedic timing. Gachiakuta, the art style is gritty, unique, and absolutely mesmerizing. It has the potential to become a major shonen hit. The fragrant flower blooms with dignity, the most wholesome, unproblematic romance of the year. Dr. Stone, a masterpiece that makes science more interesting and exciting than ever, and it's set to conclude in 2026. And now, the number 1 anime of 2025, the one that truly marked the end of an era, My Hero Academia final season. My Hero Academia takes the number 1 spot in 2025 by delivering a true ending to a decade-long journey. The final season brings everything full circle with emotional payoff, jaw-dropping action, and long-awaited character conclusions. Deku's final choice defines the core message of the series. True heroism isn't about power, it's about sacrifice. Studio Bones was at its absolute peak here, combining cinematic animation with unforgettable music. Every major character earned their moment, and every storyline reached a satisfying conclusion. Very few anime get the chance to end properly, and even fewer actually succeed. For its legacy, execution, and emotional closure, My Hero Academia is the best anime of 2025. And that's my top 10 best anime of 2025. Before I go, yes, I know some of you are wondering about One Piece. I didn't leave it out because it fell off. I left it out because this list was about what defined 2025, not what's defined anime for decades. So now I want to hear from you. What was your anime of the year, and what would you rank differently? And if you want to know what anime is about to dominate next, I've already covered the biggest returning shows of winter 2026. You can check that out next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.